Hello there, my name is Angel.
I'm Billy. We have Baby.
And thank you so much for joining us today at the Natural Lifestyle Show. As you probably know, we're having the Move Your Lymph Challenge for October. And so today we're going to take some time to tell you a little bit about what the lymphatic system is, what it consists of, and why it's beneficial to move it. Move it.
Just got to move it. Just got to move it.
Now the lymphatic system is made up of the lymphatic vessels, the lymph nodes, the spleen, and the thymus. I think I'm saying that right.
I think you are.
And also the lymph, which is the fluid inside of the lymph vessels. Now I'm just going to give you a little breakdown of what everything is. The spleen is a part that kind of contributes to the immune system function and also does a little bit of cleaning house. And the thymus is something that is active in childhood, and it turns into fat the older you get. So I read that older person, their thymus would be mostly made of fat because it it does its job in early life.
There you go.
But what we really want to be concerned about and know what's what with is basically the lymphatic vessels and the lymph nodes. So basically you have lymph vessels in your body. You have small ones probably in small areas like your finger. I mean, just like with the circulatory system, you have small little capillaries and stuff. Well, with the lymphatic system, you have smaller vessels as well. And it moves up to larger vessels, and the larger vessels in the lymphatic system has the nodes.
There you go.
Yes, and the lymph nodes have functions such as cleaning the lymph, filtering the lymph. Also, it does things like if you have bacteria in your lymph nodes can help identify what kind of bacteria it is, and it can give the proper white blood cells to get rid of it.
Okay, sounds great.
Which would actually be the B and T cells, to be precise. I don't want to say anything wrong.
I knew that's right.
And so what the lymph is the capillaries in your blood vessels. They get fluid squeezed out of them because your blood pressure, the pressure in the capillaries can squeeze fluid out. Well, it goes into the tissues, which is then extracellular fluid, but then the lymph vessels pick up the extracellular fluid. Now the lymph vessels can get fluid moving in, but they cannot let the fluid go out.
Okay.
Yeah, and it goes in one direction and it has these valves. Well, that's one reason why rebounding is so good for you, because the valves can open one way and they shut to keep the backflow from coming down.
Good.
Now, when you jump on like a rebounder, when you're up in the air and have that freeing motion and going up, well, the valves are going to go up, the lymph's going to go up, then it's going to shut again so it can't come back down.
Okay.
So that jumping up and down movement really helps to move the lymph. So, I mean, that's why everybody says that the rebounder is like one of the best ways to move the lymph.
There you go.
Yeah, and, I've been doing dry skin brushing and I found benefit with it too. But, everybody says like the rebounder is the lymph thing to do.
There you go.
Yeah.
You heard it from here.
Yes, I mean, the lymphatic system is like, I guess it's kind of complex, but it's kind of simple in a way too, because, it does some functions like it's the waste removal system, like how it picks up the extra fluid, and it can also pick up, some other things that come out and other areas. But basically it picks up the fluid that's, come out of capillaries. Also, it has a function in the digestive tract. Now, when you eat fat and whatever, it goes through the small intestines, and the glucose comes out of the small intestines and is picked up by your bloodstream. Okay. But the bloodstream doesn't pick up the fats. It goes into the lymphatic system, which then goes all the way up and goes into the your vein and goes into your bloodstream. So it gets there in a roundabout way.
So it's very important to keep these guys healthy. Yeah,
it is, and it also your lymphatic system healthy. But it also kind of lets you know that, like, if you eat too much fat, how your lymphatic system could potentially get sluggish.
Okay.
I mean, think
Clog
about
up
it.
the pipes.
Well, I mean, think about it. It makes sense. I've heard people say, you know, if you eat too much fat, you could, you know, get a sluggish or clogged up lymphatic system. And, you know, it makes sense, really, if you ate a very high fat diet, that could be possible.
Yeah, I can understand that now.
Which, do your own research, look into things for yourself. But I'm just telling you what I've learned and what makes sense in my mind, right?
There you go.
Especially right now, because a lot of times, you know, sometimes you have changing opinions from evidences and things like that. But that makes sense to me. And the lymphatic system, the lymph is cleaned through the nodes. You know, any particles that are in it's going to be cleaned out. And, you know, the body is just an amazing thing that God has created. And
right.
every bit of lymph that is collected is going to go through at least one lymph node before it goes back into the bloodstream, which will make it safe to be in the bloodstream. And it goes into the bloodstream, and this is, you know, everything just, you know, shows what a wonderful design. Now, it goes into the bloodstream right before, in a vein right before the heart, where the pressure is lowest. You know, because in other places your blood pressure is higher, and when it goes in where it's lowest, so, you know, it has an easier time of going back into the bloodstream.
There you go.
Yeah. So I hope some of this stuff has made sense to you. And
yeah, most definitely.
And it also, it really helps the immune system too. That's the third function, is it really helps the immune system. Because, like, for instance, if there's an infection somewhere in your body, that particular infection, usually some of it gets swept up into the lymphatic system, which goes to, like, lymph nodes that identify it and can, you know, give the proper, like, guys to kill that infection. You know what I mean?
Basically,
It matches up
it's the general of the army.
It matches up the, you know, the pathogen with what's going to kill it. And so that's how the lymphatic system can help your body recognize an infection.
There you go.
Yeah, recognize a localized infection and help to launch an attack against it. So the lymphatic system is very, very, very important.
Keep it healthy.
Yeah, and actually, you know, it does more than what I had originally thought. So, you know, and as I learn more, I'll probably learn even more things about it. But, you know, that's the three main functions of it. And, yeah, like Billy said, it's important to keep it healthy because, you know, if you don't keep it moving, then, you know, when there's fluid to be drawn up, you know, it won't be able to draw it up properly, I guess, if it's not moving properly. Yeah. And also, there's something else I want to mention, that it can draw up some things like that other cells produce, like hormones and proteins. It can draw that into the lymph and get into your bloodstream. And like if a hormone, you know, hormone needs to do its function, but if it doesn't get drawn into the lymph and get into the bloodstream, then, you know, your body's not going to have that hormonal function. So, I mean, it's just really important. And especially since it doesn't have its own pump, you know, it depends a lot on the skeletal systems. I do believe it has, like, some smooth muscles on the sides of it that contributes to its movement as well. And also, I've read, like, deep breathing and things like that, like the movements of our lungs. I mean, it's such a big system that, you know, every little movement probably helps. But yeah, that's what the lymphatic system is. That's what it does. And I'll have links in the blog post to, like, some really cool places where you can see for yourself, you know, do some studying for yourself about the lymphatic system. But yeah, it's really cool. And
remember, knowledge is power.
Yeah, I mean, I love learning about this stuff. I really, really, really do. I mean, the more I learn, the more it all makes sense and comes together. And
more we can share.
Yeah, I mean, that it just really is just like a beautiful design. And you know, I'm just so really convinced, and I have been for a while, that clean foods, good, clean, fresh air, exercise, sunshine, you know, all this stuff, it's so much more to contribute to health than I ever really thought, you know.
That's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's an epiphany.
So here's to good health.
Here's to good health. And we hope that you join our challenge for this month. And
join the challenge.
Yeah. And check out our update. We're fixing to do an update video because this is the end of the first week of the challenge.
Yep.
So we're going to talk about, you know, how we've done this week and what our plans are for the rest of the month. And, you know, we would love to hear from you too. So click on the video. When I get that up, I'll have a link to it. And please visit our website and sign up for our newsletter. Social media is down below, including a link to our group on Facebook called Living the Natural Life. And please like our video, share it, subscribe, comment.
Be kind and share.
Yes, be kind and share our video. We hope you have a great day and God bless you.
Thank you for joining us.
Bye.